Today we are rebuilding Manchester United and help them go back to the top of European football. But there is one catch. We can only buy players from their bitter rivals, Manchester City. It will be great to see City legends like KDB wear the Red United kit. The goal is to win the Champions League, and the Champions League final will be played by me. So let's get into it. As we can only bring in City players, it will only be right to do this rebuild with the City manager, PEP Guardiola. So this is the United team, and it's obviously pretty good, but currently we are only in the Europa League, so we have to strengthen the team to get into the Champions League for next season. We mainly need a new striker and a new CDM to replace the aging Eriksen. So the first signing is in, and it's Rodri in exchange for Eriksen and extra money. Him and Casemiro in the midfield will be insane. We also needed a striker but couldn't sign Haaland, so we brought in some competition for Martial. It's World Cup winner Julian Alvarez wearing the United kit. This transfer will be so good in real life. And the last transfer for the first transfer window. De Gea is very good, but pretty old, and Ederson is younger and better, so we made a swap with extra cash to bring the Brazilian goalkeeper to Old Trafford. This is our team going into the first season. Let's see how they'll do. So we managed to win the FA Cup against Pep's former team, Manchester City. That's a great start for us. We got to round 4 of the Carabao Cup but lost to Spurs and went out in the round of 16 of the Europa League against Inter. But for the big one. Will we play Champions League football next season? No. It's a 6th place finish, even behind West Ham. The team is not ready yet to conquer Europe. Our attackers were great this season. Antony with 27 goals and 10 assists, Bruno with 26 and 11, and Rashford scored 14 goals. The striker is the problem though. It seems like no one managed to establish himself as the number 1 striker. This is the team after the first season, and that's some great improvement. Ederson is now a 90 rated, Martinez climbed to an 84, Rodri is 89, and Rashford, Antony and Sancho are all 85. Let's go to the second season and finally get some Champions League football. We started this season with heavy selling of players we didn't need. Fred, Telles, Lindelof, Maguire and Bailey are all out for over 70 million combined. We used the money to bring in a huge player, the robot which destroys the Premier League and the Champions League this season, Erling Haaland. He comes in as a 91 rated for 190 million plus Martial. This transfer is huge for us. We had some more money and decided to replace the aging Varane. He did some great job for us, but the new starting center back is younger and better, it's Ruben Dias. This transfer window will go down as one of the best ever. 2 massive signings that improves the team a lot. This team is 100% capable of top 4 finish. Let's see how the season went. We won the FA Cup again. This time it's against Everton. We lost in the Carabao Cup quarter-finals to Liverpool on penalties. And wow! We managed to win the Europa League final by 3-1 against Dortmund. That's Champions League football for us regardless our league finish. And yes, we finished 3rd in the league. This season was such a good one. Individually, our players were insane. Somehow, Bruno kept up with Haaland and both ended up with 35 goals. Also Antony, Sancho and Rodri had a great season. That's the team at the end of season 2, and it's amazing. Diaz is a 91, Martinez and Dalot went up to at 86, both CDMs are 90 rated, and the attack is insane. 92 Haaland, 88 Antony, 89 Bruno, 87 Sancho, and 86 Rashford off the bench. With a few improvements, I truly believe this team can compete in the Champions League next season. We started the transfer window improving our worst position, the left back. In comes the man Pep kicked out of City, one of the best wing backs in the world, Joao Cancelo. I love seeing all these City players in the United kit. Casemiro did great for us, but he is not getting younger, and City bought the best Inkish talent in this career mode save, so I had to bring him in. It's Jude Bellingham coming in to replace the great Casemiro. I'm sure every United fan would love to see him wear red next season. Just not Liverpool's red though. Last one for this transfer window is Goncalo Inacio. He is a great young centre back that City bought from Sporting in this save. He will be back up to Diaz and Martinez this season. This is the team, and they can compete on all fronts. Let's see how they will do. So we started our first Champions League campaign good, finishing 1st in our group. It wasn't convincing, and it's an easy group, but first place is first place. We'll take it. In the round of 16 we got an easy match against Fenerbahce. I expect the boys to go through easily. And they are doing just this. The first leg ended in a 4-0 win. It will be very hard for Fenerbahce to come back from this. The second leg is an 1-0 win and we are through to the quarter-finals. This time it's a much tougher opponent in Barcelona. They have some great talents at this point with the likes of Musiala, Odegaard, Timber and Nuno Mendes. Can we get past them? The first game is a great 2-0 win. We just need to avoid a big defeat in the second one. And so we do. The second game is a 2-1 win for us and we are in the semi-finals of the Champions League in our first Champions League season. In the semis we will meet the great Napoli, but there is no Kvaradona nor Osimhen for them. The first leg ended in a 2-2 draw. Can we win the second one for a Champions League final? Yes, we can. We are one win away from completing the challenge. Before we will play the final, let's have a look how we did in the other competitions this season. So we won the Community Shield against Liverpool. We lost the FA Cup final against Crystal Palace. It was nearly a back-to-back FA Cups for us. And we won the Carabao Cup against Sheffield United. Let's see how we did in the Premier League. Wow! We won the Premier League. We were actually one win away from winning every trophy available, and we are also in the Champions League final. That's an amazing season. Haaland exploded this season with 41 goals and 8 assists. Antony with 28 and 14, Bruno 24 and 20 and Bellingham with 15 and 15. This was a dream season. The team looks so good. Everyone in the starting 11 is at least 87 rated. Let's see if we can complete this amazing season and the rebuild with the Champions League trophy. We are playing the All-Star PSG. They don't have Messi and Neymar, but they do have Bruno Guimaraes, Frankie de Jong, Laporte, Count and even Kanté playing as a left back. This is going to be a really tough game. May the best team win. At the 8th minute we went on the attack. Cancelo run down the line. He cuts in. Passes it to Haaland. Haaland finds Bellingham one-on-one with the goalkeeper. And he scores. It's 1-0 to us in the Champions League final. In the 20th minute Bellingham bursts through the middle. No one is standing in his way. He shoots, but Donnarumma saves. But Sancho gets to the rebound. He passes it in to Bruno. Bruno to Rodri. Rodri is running across and passes to Dalot. Dalot runs down the line and finds Bellingham, who passes it to Antony, and it's 2-0. What a great team goal from us. In the second half it's PSG on the counter. Mbappe with a lot of space. Passes it to Martin. And somehow the ball goes back to Mbappe. PSG passes the ball across our box. Mbappe gets it and it's 2-1. That was a great goal for them. The game is not over yet. In the 74th minute we get a corner. Antony crosses it straight onto Haaland's head. And it's a goal. It's 3-1 to us. And yes, the referee blows the whistle. We did it. Pep Guardiola and Manchester United are Champions League winners once again. This was a great rebuild. It's so weird seeing all of these City players carry United to glory. Subscribe because Pep and Haaland need your help to win the Champions League in real life as well.